Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the Browncoat Rebels episode 50 that aired live on Twitch May 16th. Here's a little recap of the rules and goals we have for our fair society, and let's get started. And to make it easier on myself, I will probably airlock this, because now we have a lot more room. Let me airlock it like that. And that way I can have all the animals go in there if they want. Again, let's add grazing animals, and that way they won't deplete the cold. It's a kind of weird way of thinking about it. So barn will include this zone here, and that way I don't have any accidentally starving animals or anything like that. So grazing animals, hauling animals, and I'll update the hauling animals in a bit. And then this whole zone here, this obviously is getting removed and reused. Let's unroof it. All right, looking good. This should keep our animals fed and safe, and a lot less filth. And then this whole zone here gets to be changed and reused for something else. And that removes a lot of the need. Actually, all of this. Or delete this instead. Alright, the roof. Yep. Is all set. Alright, now for... Oh! That seems rigged. Alright, Klein. I don't think not Klein can become Klein. I was going to do the giveaway, but then you won it. But that seems to be the most rigged. Alright, he will pass. I'll reroll it. Zayla won this one. So, Zayla, you are a character, so we'll pass over you as well. Unless, Zayla, you want to relinquish your character and become a Thrumbo. You probably don't? No, okay, yeah, I didn't figure. Silladin. You actually sent a lot of these Thrumbos, so, like, yeah. Silladin it is. Yeah, you win a lot. I swear, this is just a built-in Nightbot process. I am not rigging it at all. It's just the way it is. Alright, so now these are going to be set to super cold. Animal corpses is all set. All this jazz gets broken down. I'm going to want... Actually, I'm going to have this be flush and flat. It'll make guarding it with turrets a lot easier, too. And then let's get rid of this power cable. Yoda, what are you doing over there? Oh, that's not the barn anymore, buddy. He's, like, lost. Lost Yoda. Alright, hay storage, I'm just going to delete for now, because I can always repaint that sometime down the line. Alright, removing more roof. So this whole zone here is just empty space, TBD. If I need another orbital trade beacon, it's almost large enough to accommodate one. Almost, not quite. So awkwardly enough, let's break that down. We'll put the token turret in here to keep us protected from... Actually, that needs to move up one spot. Token turret to protect us from sappers that would come through that wall. Alright, don't know what I'm using this zone for, but I'm going to remove the flooring. Let's reroute power so it makes more sense. Have dead power here for this turret to protect just this little hole here. There it is. And then the barn needs its own turret, which I'll add in. And then what I'm going to do is a perimeter assessment, because obviously I have big old gaping holes in my perimeter now, because I've moved things around. So like this turret here would protect well, but maybe not put it on fertile soil. I'll choke it up a bit. This turret no longer serves a purpose, so this could be moved over to protect the barn. Alright. This is fully expanded, so we'll get rid of this whole thing. I've left those thrombos. Ah! For having awesome moderators, you tipped. Well, you should tip the moderators, which isn't possible, but still. I appreciate it, Crimson. I agree. I have awesome moderators. I have an awesome community. I know that's sort of like patting myself on my own back, but you guys are amazing. That was actually one of my biggest fears getting into Twitch, was ending up with like a toxic community and then not wanting to be a part of it, which honestly I think happens quite a lot, sadly. Didn't happen to me. Didn't happen to me. I'm quite pleased about that. We can be toxic, just ask. No, no merps. No, bad merps. No being toxic on demand. It's actually one of the funny things is when sometimes when you guys raid other channels, especially if the other channels have Twitch toolkits, there's the fear, of course, of like, oh no, you're gonna send me like a bajillion, insert some terrible, you know, unwanted gifted animal here, and it's like, nope, nope, my community probably won't do that to you because they just don't. All right, so obviously I have a lot of wood left. I didn't build the wood storage, which I could at this point. Somewhere? I don't know. But I'm going to try to lay off giving them additional orders so that they can just relax. I'll spread the beds out again so you don't have like weird overlapping animal beds. Sounds like we're doing a bunch of repairs. That's great. Now, the uranium. Fayep, what is your priorities here? Because I really need uranium. So, hunt and handle, forget it. If you were the handler, Mads, you're going to be the handler now? I'd like Fayep to do it, but I really need that uranium. Did we really haven't spelt any of that. Relationship. Don't forget the sacrificed rats. Yes. There's a lot of that. Crimson. A lot of that. There's a lot of rat attacks. I feel like Delgar and others have had their fair share of rat attacks. So now we're finally stripping up flooring, so I'm just going to let them go. I don't know what I want to do with this zone. As I mentioned, if I need more storage, it could be a storage zone. This is slowly turning into textiles. What I could do up here, what I'll do up here is remove items, weapons, buildings, and have this be... There is unfinished components up there, which kind of bothers me a little bit. Because these guys are like, where are you going with my components? Nice, that looks much nicer. Returned back to the land. Let's turn this off. All right, so we do have, this needs to be, actually, no, these anti-sapper turrets don't even need to be powered on. But I do need one here to look down this path. So let's get rid of that dead power there. So that's covered. This is covered as well. This is not covered. Nope. So that is, I think, the only gap in coverage I have other than my, the gap that I purposely had. So I'll just put a turret in there, and that will be good. Okay, so let's do a quick audit. Perimeter around the base, and I'll explain why. So the way sappers work, I'll just play on slow. The way sappers work is they target beds and bedrooms for points of attack. That's just what they do. They always do it. It's very, very predictable. So I've designed this base in such a way where it encourages sappers to go through this wall here. What I can do is pump this wall up a little bit to give myself, yeah, let me do that. To push this wall out a little bit so that we have more space to work with, more cover. So sappers avoid, oh, you guys are giving me a heart attack? It's going to heart attack Sylvan, isn't it? So sappers avoid turret coverage. So if you have turret coverage everywhere except for right in front of your bedrooms, you encourage the sappers to go for your bedrooms. So if we check here, this turret can fire on this entire segment of the wall, this turret on this segment. This turret is actually kind of pointless, but it stops them from coming in a weird diagonal or whatever. This turret covers the entire barn. This turret here covers this stockroom. This turret covers this segment of wall. This turret covers this segment of wall. This new turret covers this here. This one for this corner. This turret covers this here, this here. No sapper in their right mind would go for my kill box. This turret covers this segment, and then this turret covers this segment. So basically all of my perimeter, 100% of my perimeter is effectively covered by turrets. Shield is having a heart attack. Okay. Okay. All right. You're killing my moderators, you know. Couldn't you use me as a handler, Drakel says? Yeah, sure. I could do it. It's... You have no passion in it. Oh, no, you have a passion in it. I'll make you handle. How's that sound? No, that's wardening. You have no passion in it, Drakel. I really only let people do their own passion. And you guys killed Shield. So what ends up happening is if you have perfect coverage, here's the caveat. If you have perfect coverage, like everything is covered, why haven't I gone after, well, whatever. If you have perfect coverage everywhere, they will go either to the most convenient path to attack you or the path of least resistance. So there is caveats where, like, if you've covered everything, but basically sappers, because they avoid path of least resistance, almost like always, basically, they will pretty much never go into kill box, because they consider turrets, whether they're plugged in or not, as threats. So they never, ever, ever do it. Masterwork shield belt. Ooh, that's really cool. All right, well, I guess we're eating some of our, yeah, we're going to eat some shield. Frank. All right, I got to update hauling animals. So the carnivore barn is no longer needed. The barn covers it all because we've got it cooled down in such a way where it's airlocked and won't be a problem. I know I haven't hit the climate adjuster, so I'm going to do that in a bit here. So this turret here, having turrets like in the inside of your base is not that terrible of an idea because it helps to stop internal fires from spreading wildly. Concrete this up, run power properly. And yeah, okay, good. Shield has a spoke. You give him a heart attack in real life, guys. All right, Yukio, melt these weapons. Oh, is this the dark corner? No, it's lit. Because the smelter produces its own light. I wonder who ended up getting with that masterwork belt. Oh, it was Dai, but I'm gonna give it to Bryce. Oh, no, whoops, wrong. I'm gonna give it to Bryce because he's got the least amount of armor for someone who's technically a brawler. And also his shield belt's about to be discarded. Let's update the home zone again. Yep. Do these expand? No, they haven't expanded yet. They expand in a little bit. Well, as you can see, the uranium's getting added, so that's really good. Am I low on steel? Yeah, I'm kind of low on steel. Fire up. Let's get you to work out here. Do I have an animal handler? Oh yeah, so Mads kept it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, move this a little further from the wall. That's a good call. Although, it would only really blow up, like... It would only blow up the part of the base that I am okay with losing, because it's designed to be sapped. Now, I could do, if you guys wanted to see, I could set it up to do compression traps or something like that for sappers, like I did in Tomb World. But only if you really wanted to see that. I wouldn't bother otherwise. But I would need to do a significant. It'd probably be like an episode goal or something. All right. As far as this stupid climate adjuster goes, let's get it right. Let's finally just smash it. So let's launch a crew here. I don't know what kind of food we have, but Ari, Dai, and all of the. Nope, not too heavy. I'm just going to very crudely do this. Was Mads part of that? I don't know. Where am I? Do I not have bedrolls? Well, oh well. Shield says I'm a ghost. I'm here to haunt chat. You killed him. You killed him, chat. You voted him dead. You should feel bad. You don't need to feel bad. Alright, launch when ready. Ready to launch. Okay, let's finally get this thing done. Drop at edge, because I'm not too stupid. And there's some sort of mech cluster here guarding it. Alright, so yeah, Mads didn't end up going, because she would require me to send, if I sent Mads, we would need to send, Luciferium. So she required some extra forethought. Alright, guys. That's probably way more meals than I need. What are we up against? A hidden mech cluster. What the hell? Oh, no. Here's the mech cluster. You guys don't even seem to be guarding the... Oops. They're not even guarding the climate adjuster. I can claim this thing? Yo, mechies. It's very not that dangerous. Oh, no. So this is a psychic suppressor. Wait, what? You didn't tell me about no psychic suppressor. You're changing the rules. You're changing the rules on me as I fight. Lame. Yeah, what's it? This is the climate adjuster? Alright, well, I'm gonna play whack-a-mole with your super mech. Didn't even trigger you? Alright, so... Really? I don't... Alright, fine. I'm walking out. I'm leaving. Good job, mechs. You did a wonderful job of protecting the thing you were sent to protect. Bye-bye. Yeah, it does seem like a bug. And I don't care. So health. Let's put them all on travel. I probably should have done that before I sent. I think I saw in the patch notes... the latest patch that I think dropped May 5th or so, that they fixed it where that happens a lot less. But that mech cluster is older than May 5th, meaning it generated when it was broken. I could be wrong about that, but like, alright, so we don't have some sort of artificial stupid heat anymore. Which, I don't care, I mean, you know, whatever. Yeah, it was a little weird that I could just cheat the system out like that, but, it happens. Alright, so we're stockpiling our food back up. I'm a little worried about Mads. Okay, so Mads is our grower, planter, constructor. She's our everything. She really can't handle. Yukio, I'm going to make you... Or Arclight? I'm going to make you handle. No, but you're... no, it has to be Yukio. Because, yeah, okay. So Yukio, you're gonna animal handle. Because Arclight's a smith, so that doesn't work for other reasons. I would like to request barricades on the left side of the kill box to match the right side. You mean the right side to match the left side? Like this? I think is what you mean. Yes, I need to fix my veggies too. So hold on, let me do that. Raw food, vegetarian, everything. And then get rid of foods out of these stockpiles entirely. And then make sure that all foods, except for packaged survival meals, are welcome in here. We'll put the packaged survival meals in here. What I really ought to do is to have 2 zones for packaged survival meals. One that animals can haul to, and then a second one that is higher priority that have my humans move it just beyond the reach of the animals, so that animals can help haul them, but they don't get to eat them. But that's like more micromanagement than I care about. Hellkite. I haven't seen you send anything before. Welcome to the stream, maybe for the first time, unless I didn't notice you before. The north part, so there's no barricade next to the wall. Oh, you mean right here. Yeah, I see what you mean. I'm picking up what you put down. Or rather, Moonlight is. But I do plan on barricading up. And the purpose of these barricades, to be honest, a cheaper way of doing it is just to dig graves and leave them empty. Because you can't stand on graves, but they don't offer cover. But I kind of like the look of the barricades, because just lining your walls full of graves is, for min-max purposes, like, superior. Don't get me wrong, it's better. Deodra, thanks for the inspiration. But, it looks ugly, and I care about that too, right? So. But today you learned, if you didn't know that, there is a cheaper, more efficient way of doing it. Alright, so I'll break that down. In fact, here, to help you out, I will break that down myself right now. Confusion. Who the hell? Oh, my demented chicken. Well, chicken, it's about time for you to get butchered. So, Mads, your chief work is growing and plank hunting. That's good. I think this chicken just got too old. I don't know what the maximum age for chickens are. Does it say? Life expectancy 6? Yeah. It's as old as you expect a chicken to be. So, time for them chicky nuggies. I'm sorry, Ellis. I'm sorry. You're just so tasty. You're just so tasty. Affair? Poor Josmo. Sorry, this is for the best. God, the minus 15 he harmed me isn't even enough to break them apart. Josmo cheated first? I think he did, actually. Because Josmo has Alex as a lover. God, everybody is... This is... very scandalous. All of them. Look at them. Sodom and Gomorrah down there. Sodom and Anara. Oops, I might have ruined some recon armor. Oh well. Who's exhausted? Oh, from muscle parasites. Yeah. No longer confused, are you? Alright, so I never finished spreading out the beds for animal social distancing. That light bulb's kind of in the way now. Another Tory Talker vote. You all get to choose what's gonna go on here. Just whisper the bot. 4, 1, 2, or 3. So I have 1,200 uranium. Damn. FIUP has been going crazy, man. Uh-oh. Handle. Yukio. Yeah, let's get you handling. A ton of my animals are, like, just losing their skill. Alright, so this is sort of where the I guess the ship will go. Ish. We can cut into the space if we need to, but it's a pretty good wide open space. Oops. Chicky dead. Another thing I need to do is the updated animal hauling zone. Neurotrainer coming down for animals from Iscandia, so that's probably for Yukio, I'd imagine. And some visitors. Crimson Rust paying for shields, respect for shield. Bog saying they're looking for the mass murder of oh my god. And then who are you? Transport pod crash for Kurakuru, who's a psychopath cannibal. Yeah, all right. Let's recruit this psychopath cannibal. I'll go rescue him right now. And kibble coming down from Klein. Yoda ran out of food again. Yeah, I saw that. We're working on it. Alex is working on it. Alex was just away. All right, psychopath cannibal, here you go. You are totally rescued from life. So, Yukio, you learned the neurotrainer, and your animals went up to 11. Nice. All right, Operation Flammability. Let's go. That's a huge project. Dreadful Structure. Again, the UAP sending me stuff. This is getting really, really tiresome. The quest for that was kind of nice, though. It was a linked Zeus hammer, which is a very rare weapon. But I don't take UAP quests. Raid relationship from the south. Yeah, that's a lot of relationships. Alright, so they've got 1 Dooms, 4 Triples. What kind of raid is this? Attacking immediately. Yeah, let's just make them go crazy. With all the fairs, are you honestly surprised by the number of relationships? No. No, I mean, you're right. Use the sissy hammer, Luke. Atheson. Watch your tone, young man. Not terrible. How long does this last? Okay. Time to skip down. I like the really subtle music that is obviously not combat music in the background here. Alright, so this is the last volley. Alright, of these enemies, all of their super dangerous weapons have been neutralized, except for this dude. Who's Jeffrey's triple launcher? Oh, and he's dead. Thank you, uranium sluggies. Skelly boy, you want to chase Ari? Really? Alright, all y'all head on over to the kill box. Good job with them turrets. That was a good splashdown. Alright, Membler's here. Oh, are you in... Yeah, you're in smoke, so no one can see you. Except for my human shooters. Oh, dear lord! Ah, stay away from him! Have you ever seen anyone deleted quite like that? Alright, let's get home quicker. Skip to the loo. Alright, let's save uranium. Don't think I'm really going to need it. I wonder if any of them are the related ones, but at this point, I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to figure it out, because I already deleted the raid attack notice. Son-in-law, kin, mother of Zytex. Okay, so that might be worth figuring out, because that's a really close relationship. Everything else is a little further relationship. So, Zinber, you are the mother of... Okay, and you're dead. There's no fixing that. I mean, I guess I could use a... one of the psychic lances and then try to save her. But that's... let's try it. It's probably going to set her on fire. Nope, they're fleeing. Thinking slowly. Where can I put you? I could put you here. If I can reach you there fast enough. Alright. Ari, I'm going to need you out here as well. Just walk around them. Jawsbow. Capture. Alright. Well, in a few seconds, we basically teleported her across the map. Close to where we can render aid. Which, because the 3-hour bleed-out timer was not going to allow for Zimber here to live much longer. We will peg leg that left up with herbal medis, and yeah, we should be good. That works. Penicillin should be stored here. I don't know why I just... Yep, let's do that. Or penoxycillin, whatever it's called, I don't know. Medical emergency, you're fine. You're fine. Show me Yoda. You got it, buddy. Here is the little white man himself. What are the mom stats? Out of curiosity, as a character. Sure. Let's check. Fast walker, night owl, beautiful. Can't cook. Doesn't do intellect. Only has really construction and social skill, passions, and is 42 years old. Not phenomenal. I could always potentially... I do sort of have a unspoken soft cap. Okay, you suck. Well, you're a really good brawler, but you don't do anything else. I have an unspoken soft cap, but I guess I could start looking for people to add. You're dead in 2 hours. Your passion... you suck too. You suck too. You are kind of meh. Yeah, I'll start looking. I'll start looking over the dead to see if any of them are decent. I can do that. But most of those characters there have terrible passions, or they don't do dumb labor or skilled labor or a lot of labor. So there ain't no point in that. All right, you are going to be released when you're conscious, because I just didn't want Zytex's mom to die, because that would be a huge mood debuff. So we check the needs here. No relative dead. Some distant kin dead. No, none. Membler saw... Okay, so these raiders were all related to Membler, basically. Want to sleep with Fyep? I don't care. I'm not gonna give in to their little menage messed up relationships. Does anyone buy wood anymore? Shoot frenzy for Mads, cool. Very cool. They're not dead yet, yeah. Then there's Gunzo. Spineless Gunzo. Look, you remember what percentage of this map burned? Look at how much of it's back and regrown. Take out the fire, I don't care. We have more than enough wealth. I don't really need to worry about fires and the like. All right, we'll replenish our shells though, because that would be good to do. Chat event, dry thunderstorm. Right here, I'm gonna put sterile towels. Whoa, mad alpaca. And gold and masterwork recon armor. Ooh, I like that. One shot. All right, 2 shots. 3 shots. Come on, guys. There we are. Kibble coming down. Not a lot, but better than nothing. Hellkite, I agree. Oh, speaking of which, animals. Barn, hall, graze. Wow, Silden, you're still not trained. I guess it does take a lot of work, though. The animal hauling. Let's go ahead and start removing areas that we just don't wish for them to ever haul to try to reduce the amount of filth that we end up getting in the base. So animal hauling will allow them... This is going to take a hot minute to paint. We'll allow them to go... We're going to keep them out of the core of the base here. So actually, don't even go around there. Because they've had access to, like, hard drugs if they wanted it. Let me remove these walls. A lot of the oof, that should be allowed. A lot of the sort of careful painting and stuff like that, I don't generally do in stream, just because I know it's not fantastically entertaining to lay out like well-crafted animal hauling and zones and all that stuff. which is why I try to resist doing it a lot. So actually, I'm going to keep the animals from hauling to the barn. I'm actually going to keep them from hauling. We'll allow them in here. And for this to be contiguous, we'll allow them to go through this room here. But we're going to keep the animals out of the bulk of the base, just to reduce the amount of filth that I have that builds up. Because I don't want to be cleaning forever and ever and ever. So the animals are going to be allowed in their own barn. They're going to be allowed to go to this stock room. Let's do hauling animals. Will be allowed. I like it to be contiguous so that they don't jump. If you don't know what that means, if you have any like breaks, like islands in your painting zones, what will end up happening is they will path the way they want to get between the breaks, which means that they'll go places you didn't want them to go, likely. So the only way to make it so that you know exactly where they're going is if there are no holes. Like, so if I used a paint tool, it's like a paint fill, in other words. And then I will... Oh, so the issue here is the animal hauling will include the kill box. And I kind of want it to, but I think what I'll do is I'll clear the home zone in the kill box once we get it built. Or actually, I could do that now. Is like, I don't really care if there's blood or fire or whatever. All I care about here is this cable and this beacon. Alright. So that is a huge update to animal hauling. So they're only going to be allowed through small slivers of the map here now. And this is just to reduce filth for the most part. And we could do it even more if I move these stockpiles here to somewhere where I didn't have natural tiles. So before RimWorld 1.1 patch, stuff like rough limestone didn't cause dirt and filth buildup. But then 1.1 hit and it did. So it used to be that you could have zones and entire bases built on rough limestone, which has a cleanliness value of 0, neutral, just like built tiles, except for, sterile and metal tiles. And it was a way to kind of game the system that you didn't have to clean up, essentially. And then the 1.1 patch dropped, and the only things that don't build up filth are like dirt tiles, like soil and marshy soil and gravel and mud. You don't get dirt on gravel and mud, but you do now get dirt on rough stones. So you can't game the system quite like you used to be able to, which is a bummer, because it was really nice to game. So yeah, I mean, whatever. I think what I could do is this butchery I'm going to put in here. Or I will build a copy butchery here. And put a light in there. And that will be for kibble. And then in this animal corpses, I will allow hay to be stored. Okay. Animal taming, Zayla. You've got animals of 4, so you can't really tame anything. So now, when regular pawns and when humans traverse storage tiles, they produce filth at a rate. It's not animal filth necessarily, but it's just regular old dirt. And the larger your base is, the more dirt basically you're going to get accumulated. So it's important to design your base so that you reduce the amount of foot traffic that you have. And a lot of the foot traffic, thanks Stormy, a lot of the foot traffic you're going to have is animals. So for instance, I have 14 characters here, or 13 humans, right? But I've got, pretty much the same amount of animals, and they're going to build up filth just the same amount as my regular old characters. So what I'm doing here is dramatically reducing the amount of tiles that my animals can step on. And I think I'm even going to min-max this even further, where I have like a plasteel doors here from the outside, so that the animals don't even have to move around inside my base. And then maybe something like yeah, I don't know. Hey, Moon Knight, thanks for gifting us up. You're the best. Yeah. No, I won't do that. I don't need to min-max it that much. But this prevents the animals from causing a whole lot of filth. But it still keeps them productive. They just can't go in most of the base. And that keeps most of the base clean. So that way, like, an animal can't, like, wander up here and trigger, you know, clean to be done up there. Cleaning to be done up there, yeah. That's the long and short of it. Oh, I need to remove some roof here. So I hope I explained that well enough. Oh, did someone just get burned? Stop, drop, and roll, Membler. You're gonna set on fire. It's not going to feel good. Wow, he caught fire and, like, didn't take damage. And then Alex got fire and definitely took damage. You burned your nose. Apparently the gastroanalyzer melts at low temperatures. Animals can't go from north to south without leaving the base deliberate? Yes. Because if they walked through the base, it'd be a lot more filth. So it is indeed deliberate. Because if I had them walk down here, you know, it would be messy. So I don't really mind if the animal haulers have to walk a lot more. That doesn't really bother me. Oh my god, this is a lot of uranium. Don't burn. Don't burn. How did this... What's happening to, like, the RimWorld suppresses forest fires mechanic going on? Because right now it is not working. If I remove the beacons over the columns, do I still need the columns? Yes, I do. It would be a larger radius. The reason why I have no roofs here is when we're trading, the goods will drop here. If you have a roof over everywhere, the goods will just drop where they can drop, which means it will be probably outside the base, somewhere inconvenient and annoying. Alright, Frank dropping a little bit of rain on me. Thank you, Frank. Much needed rain. So we're starting to put the corpses away. So one thing I want to do is have this be a micro field hospital. Just in case I have some injuries. What I could do is make it a little bit larger. Cutting into the corpse stockpile here. I'll do that. And dry thunderstorm again. Random Randy. Refusing me to have nice things. So the purpose of this is so that I can capture prisoners or render aid to teammates more quickly, which is going to be pretty helpful. Chat event, regular rain. Okay, fire be gone. They're having a little bit of a firefight. So hauling animals should be only be allowed there now. We'll get our builders to work on that. Because I just rendered a new construction project, I'm going to temporarily pause the bridging. And then anywhere where there isn't a granite barricade on the wall means that I need a moisture pump. So I'll put some of those in. And that way I can wall it up without gaps. Okay, so now we exhausted that uranium entirely. I believe this was uranium up there. Let me just check. Actually, let me dig into... Fipe, where are you? Let me dig into the... to recess it a little bit. Because, yeah, this says plasteel. I'm going to trust myself and say that was plasteel. Uranium was here? Maybe? I need to start marking them better. And before the drill gets wrecked? Yeah, it might get wrecked. At least as long as the unstable power cell doesn't get wrecked, that's fine. This was silver. Yeah, that's too big to be uranium anyway. Should have known. I had marked some out. This was plasteel. Let me just select this and... plasteel. You know, I have a ton of uranium right now, so like maybe plasteel actually is better. So let's get some of this, because that's really easy to plasteel to keep safe, because it's inside the walls. And we'll mine up that node there, because yeah, he mined a ton of uranium. All right, so you guys are doing a terrible job of hauling out this kibble. Here, let me just force everyone to do a lot of hauling. That should speed it up. Alright, for stone cutting, I think I'm good for now. I'll suspend it. Actually, I'm just going to kill all the zones. All the queues. Okay, so we started hauling out the kibble, but there's still a lot more kibble. Here is probably the last Tory Talker vote. Because I am running fast out of time, so go ahead and vote in this one. If you want. So I feel like you set... I'll be honest, I feel like you set a little bit of a low bar. In terms of what I had to do this episode, or this stream rather. But for next one, I think it will be a lot more raiding now that we have the base pretty well established. We can queue the fun raids. Something like that. More plasteel from AK Dev. Man, I still haven't broken this thing down. That has been so long of just like ignoring. It's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, so no one's constructing here because of blood shyness. let me fix that. That explains why I was like, why isn't this getting done? Because no one's allowed in there. I think what I'll do is just lift restrictions for now, and then I'll re-establish the restrictions once Bloodshy is ready. And then I'll reduce the hauling, and that should get the building done. This all looks like a rich, fertile soil that I can use. So you all voted that I have a little bit of ship chunk. I'm going to go like a minute or two longer just to finish this project up, because I just want it under my belt. I'd feel better about it. Better about getting the few extra things done. Bryce, I'm going to force you to do some of this work. So the advantage here is, yeah, we'll have like a little forward field hospital, which could keep us nice and safe. And then what we'll do is hook up just the basics hospital beds. I'll have to move stuff out of the way with vitals monitors. And probably a shelf with meds. So let me put that there. This here to be out of the way. There's not even any room for shelf of meds. So maybe the other side I won't even have as a hospital. Pretty straightforward. Epic Elephants. Union of Allied. No. Stop giving me Union of Allied planet missions. You're killing me. I can't take it anymore. Drive me mad. No more UAP crap. Nobody wants to work for the UAP. We are literally at odds with you. We're at war with you. Stop issuing us quests. It's insane. Inspired creativity prize. No! At least it was only a masterwork. That would have been really annoying if it was a legendary shelf. I paused and I was like, all right, what is he doing? And then unpaused and yeah, he made it shelf. No. No. Well, you know, it happened once. It could be worse. It could be worse. All right, so we'll have the hospital beds down here, and then let's do just a limestone shelf of meds. Or actually, is there a way to? Yeah, I'll put the light here, and then I can actually put more hospital beds on the other side that won't interfere with movement. There, beautiful. A very good use of the space. Some more inspirations. Thanks. Consolation of misuse of material. Alright, I really want this done, so take some drugs. Die, and who else constructs? Ari. And Bryce is already a night owl, so I don't really need to queue him up. So the storage here is going to be regular meds, because it's too close to the, it's too close to the edge of the, you know, of the exit of the map for it to be like Glitter World or anything like that. Alright, so 2 excellence, 2 regulars. I'll push that turret out of the way so we don't have to walk around it. But that turret still protects us from sappers. Good. So, nice little forward hospital that I can always become a prison for prisoners if I need it to be. And that way we can capture people quickly and render aid if they're related to us or whatever. Let me reallow the Operation Bridge thing. We are deswampifying pretty quickly. All these probably expanded. Yes, they did. And that's going to keep our power grid protected. And that about runs me out of time. So I wanted to thank everybody. You guys pushed the hype train today. I just read Merps's question about what game I'll be playing tomorrow. Probably Oxygen not included, but that may change. I'll make an announcement if it does. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me about this series, about how to improve this series in any way, do drop me a line. I'm absolutely happy to address whatever things you think should be added or balanced or goals, etc. Just a little heads up, there will be a poll about a new Twitch Toolkit RimWorld series. So look for the announcements in Discord or on Rhadamant.com. I may also post an announcement on YouTube as like a YouTube post, not a video, but a posting about voting for the next Toolkit series, or really the next 2. What will replace this and what will replace the Origins of Magic, which have ended. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll kick off a raid in just a second here, but I wanted to just thank you all. You're amazing, and I'll catch you all a little bit later. Adios.